We're also following rescue efforts in Venezuela after two deadly earthquakes. Right now, nearly 200 people are dead and 1,500 others are injured. At least 150 people are still missing. That's according to the president of the Venezuelan National Assembly. And you can see entire buildings here. They were reduced to rubble. Now, the earthquakes hit last night. Video here captured the moment the ceiling at an international airport near Caracas came down. It sent travelers running to escape the destruction. Another video shows a man on a stretcher giving a thumbs up after he was rescued from the rubble of a collapsed building. People in the area cheered the successful rescue. Glad to see that. The U.S. State Department announced today that it would mobilize logistical resources, search and rescue groups, and dispatch a disaster assistance response team to Venezuela. It'll also give the country $150 million in aid. Let's bring in Loyce Pace, Regional Director for the Americas at the IFRC. Loyce, thank you so much for your time today. How is your organization helping the Venezuelan people during this very difficult time?
Well, thank you, Mugo, for reporting on this. Our organization has been literally up all night, ensuring that we understand the situation on the ground. Obviously, it's devastating. In the first few minutes or hours, it was unclear how exactly we could understand the situation and support the Venezuelan people, the Venezuelan Red Cross with our services. But since we've been able to be a part of those search and rescue efforts that you were showing and work side by side with the Venezuelan authorities, to identify people, to provide them with health care given their injuries, both physical and mental, frankly. And otherwise, we're looking at healthcare facilities, how we can improve those, especially given there are a number that have been offline, and otherwise just provide supplies like food and hygiene kits and the like to people who have been affected.
And what kind of challenges are you facing right now? I'm sure there's just so much going on.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, it's really hard to ask people to face yet another night outside their homes. I mean, imagine you see people running out of these buildings. Many of these buildings are high rises. They're apartment buildings. There's quite a lot of density in the greater Caracas area. And so people have been unhoused. They've been displaced, and the government is working towards opening and making shelters available. We are also bringing in those types of kits and facilities like tents and the like. But that's number one, making sure people feel safe and you know what to do. They can't re-enter these structures that are compromised, and yet where do they go? I think otherwise, aside from that information and education, it's finding a way to access these communities. I spoke with the Red Cross president of Venezuela just before hopping on, and he was talking about how even though they have thousands of volunteers all over the country, it's still very hard to get committed volunteers to Caracas. It's still difficult to move around. We have found that as well with our data gathering teams. They spent all night in places like Guaira and elsewhere just understanding the damage, but it took hours for them to do that and to do it safely. They're still experiencing aftershocks, don't forget.
Oh, of course, of course. And for those who are watching right now thinking, I want to do something, what would you say to them? How can people help out?
You know, there are a number of appeals that are being launched, including by the Venezuelan Red Cross. We will be launching our own appeal shortly at the International Federation of Red Cross, and that's where a number of national societies, we call them, are involved, whether it's Red Cross societies from the Americas, from Europe, or from elsewhere. And so I think those campaigns are really helpful. A lot of people don't realize how helpful and productive it is to just send money, because then that allows us to buy the products, to staff the people and the programs, and to ensure we're really making progress in this very long effort that we're facing.
And so many people still missing right now. So our thanks to the first responders out there, including you, Loyce Pace. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.